Hey everyone, we need your support. Please hit the like button. YouTube hasn't been recommending our videos, and this is our only source of income. We need our videos to reach more people. Otherwise, unfortunately, we'll have to stop sharing our stories. So if you enjoy these theories, please leave a like. It's free and helps us keep the channel going. With that said, let's get started.
Universe 7 was a total peace. After winning the Tournament of Power a couple of years ago, Goku and the Z-Warriors were having peaceful days and living a life like any other human being. They also took the opportunity to occasionally train with the Angel Whis so that Broly could control his powers, since he still struggled to master the Super Saiyan form, as it still got out of control. But with the help of the Saiyans, Whis was getting closer and closer to achieving it. What do you think about Broly getting better and better at controlling his body? I think he could be a great fighter in the future, and they'll be able to increase their powers with him as well as create some strategies when needed. Well, I'm not interested in teaming up with those two idiots. I just hope they're useful in making me stronger, I would mention Vegeta with his arms crossed. I am quite excited that Broly is increasingly gaining control over his enormous power, as a fight with him using everything he has while conscious would be interesting. I always knew we should let him live and not finish him off while we were Gogeta. You're right about that, Goku. As I've trained him, I'm constantly amazed by his sudden increases in power. Okay, now we'd like to know your opinion, Broly. Tell us. From my part, I feel good that they considered me for training. When we met, I was a complete beast since my father wanted to use me to take down Vegeta and his people. But honestly, I never wanted to do that because I wasn't interested. Even though my father was a bad person, I miss him a lot, although that doesn't mean I will follow his ideals and thoughts. Goku and Vegeta have taught and explained a lot to me about the Saiyans, and with the training we are having with you, Mr. Whis, I believe it won't be long before I have full control of my legendary power. I'm glad you feel comfortable here with us. I assure you that when you least expect it, you will be a very powerful being with self-control. For now, it's best if we take a break as we've been training for several days. Remember that part of increasing your power is rest. Without it, they will not achieve the increase they want, I would mention, Whis going to the rest area. Goku, accompanied by the other Saiyans and the deities, would eat something delicious that the Angel Whis had obtained on one of his many weekly trips to Earth. They would enjoy the food, and the Saiyans would leave, since they had been on the God of Destruction's planet for several days, and he didn't like the idea very much. We'll see each other next week, Mr. Whis. I think Mr. Beerus will be quite grateful that we're leaving, don't you think? The Saiyan would say with a smile. Finally, you say something good, Goku. When I'm sleeping and you've made noise, there are times when I would like to make them disappear with my Hawkeye. But as long as they bring delicious food, I don't see that as a big problem. Just don't abuse my trust. Goku would then put his fingers out to perform teleportation, Vegeta and Broly holding on to him, and the three of them would depart to Earth, exactly to Capsule Corporation. Thank you so much for the training, Goku, Vegeta. I feel like I'm improving my skills every time, and it's all thanks to you and Mr. Whis. Don't thank me, Broly. When you have control of your mind, we're going to have a fight, and you'd better unleash all your power, because I won't hold back. Hey, Vegeta, that's not fair. I want to fight Broly too. I'd like to know how much it has improved since the last time. The low-class Saiyan would mention his excitement about fighting Broly. Well, the truth is that I would be saying Broly, but I would be interrupted by the fight between the rivals, leaving Broly confused, since he wouldn't know what to do in the situation. So a few minutes passed until everyone went to rest. Meanwhile, at the Zenosama King's Palace, they were watching a replay of the Tournament of Power, repeatedly showing the scene where Goku reached Ultra Instinct, which was one of their favorites, and they would shout with excitement every time they saw it. Wow, even though they're the kings of all universes, they still get excited like little children. I wonder if he plans to hold another tournament like that one someday, Dainan was thinking as he watched the two Zenosama. Until suddenly, Dainan would put on a serious face as he would feel a very powerful and familiar presence. The royal guards would faint, as this person had defeated them in the blink of an eye. Senesak would also sense this presence, but he couldn't remember exactly who it was. "Hey, Dinan, whose key is that, and how did they manage to defeat the guards so easily?" one of the kings would ask in surprise. "Gentlemen, be careful. I can't grasp the presence of this individual, but to have defeated the guards, he must be someone with the minimum power of an angel." "Hang on a minute. Don't tell me it's about—" Not completing the sentence, the high priest quickly turning to a point where they would finally see that person. "Well, well, how strange that they didn't realize it was me. But he is my dear brother, and we are loved. Well, now there are two kings of everything. Tell me how you've been. Don't stay silent." I would calmly mention a woman who looks almost identical to Dinan Khan, who was none other than his older sister. "My little one, how and when did you return from your trip? I thought that when we spoke that time you would not return to this dimension, but that you would stay to live there. What brings you here, sister?" "Hey, Mikosin, I told you not to scare us like you usually do when you came to visit. We thought he was a bad person. I was about to finish off the entire palace," one of the Samas mentioned with relief. "Sorry for scaring you guys. I just thought it would be a fun idea to have you guess who I was. I also want to apologize to the guards. It wasn't my intention to make them faint, but it would add more drama to my appearance," the angel said, laughing. "I see you've changed a lot, sister. You still have the same sense of humor and want to impress wherever you go, but please, let's go to the heavenly dining room to chat for a while. Great kings, please come. I know my sister will tell us great things she experienced in the other dimension." So the four of them went off to talk. A couple of hours would pass, during which Myken would recount some of the adventures she had had in the other dimension, and that even though it was a good place to live, she missed everything she had left behind in this dimension. Incredible. I didn't think the other place would be so interesting. Although it was a perfect place for you, as it was very warm and quiet, I must say that I missed you quite a lot too, sister. All your nephews will be happy to be able to spend time with you again, but Vadis and Whis will be the most excited.
They have always had a great affection for you. You should go with them as a surprise," Danon would be saying excitedly. "Wait a minute, brother. More than anyone, I would like to go see my nephews. There are other reasons why I've come back, and although I wouldn't want to say it so bluntly, I believe that this universe, like all others, is in danger from a being that was born very far away. I'm not exactly certain, but you, more than anyone, know that my predictions have almost never failed. That's why I came as soon as possible to give you this important warning. A subject that will be born soon. But if it will be born soon, it means that we'll be a baby. If we find it before time passes and it grows up, there's a chance things could change, don't you think, guys?" I would mention Xeno-sama, to which Mikosin, upon hearing that option, would shake its head in disagreement. "I don't think so, Xeno-sama. When I said that a new warrior will be born, I didn't mean that he would literally be born as a baby, but that he would appear out of nowhere and have extraordinary powers. At least that's the feeling I've had these past few months. We must be alert and seek out the most powerful beings in the universes for the upcoming battle. If she's my sister, it's almost a given that something disastrous will happen. The best thing to do is to find the strongest warriors in the universes and give them this very unpleasant note. But who could be the individuals who could defend all the universes?" the high priest would ask himself. "There are several very powerful warriors in each of the universes, but for now, the one we can rely on is Goku. He must be one of the warriors who will protect the other universes, and that is not up for debate. You were right, great king of everything. Son Goku must be one of those warriors, and I'm almost certain he'll know who else we could recruit for this fight. He doesn't believe it. That's right, Danon. I want you to bring Son Goku here to the palace to tell them things, and for you and him to see what other warriors you can recruit. Hurry before that guy shows up," the king of all would say in a serious tone. Without wasting any time, the high priest would leave as quickly as possible to where the Saiyan was. Son Goku? Who is that guy they were talking about with so much excitement? Is he a god of destruction, or is he as powerful as the angels? Who exactly are the kings of everything?
Son Goku is nothing more, nothing less than a simple mortal like those who inhabit the universes. He is not a destroyer god, nor an angel, nor anything like that. So if he's not a deity like they think, he can do anything against that guy who, from my hallucinations, has the power of an angel, or even more, Miko-san would say, confused by the decisions of the Xeno-sama and her brother. You were out of this dimension for a long time, Miko-san. While you were gone, mortals with extraordinary abilities appeared, some of whom, despite being mortals, managed to reach or surpass the level of some of the gods of destruction, including Goku, a Saiyan from Universe 7, who in a tournament held not long ago, managed to reach the state of Ultra Instinct. That a Saiyan who managed to access the state beyond the gods? I just can't believe that, she loves us, much less a Saiyan. I thought that race would eventually disappear completely, but I see that there were some survivors. Seriously, is what the kings of everything telling me true? Of course, my darling, because why should we lie to you about something like this? Everything we've told you is true, and here is proof that it's true. Teaching Xeno-sama the Tournament of Power, every great feat the Saiyan performed during the tournament to make the angel believe his words. Quickly watching the Tournament of Power, seeing that there were indeed very powerful subjects, and one of those who stood out was the Saiyan. After the angel witnessed Goku's abilities and potential as a mere mortal, seeing him reach a state that even gods cannot master despite supreme training, she would be astonished, as she had never seen anything like it in all the centuries of her existence. I can't believe that a mortal has managed to have that ability and control over his mind and body, but I'm sure he didn't achieve it by training on his own, but rather someone with a high level must have trained him. Wasn't it my brother who trained him? From some of the movements I observed in him, I could tell that it was an angel training session. That's right, my angel friend trained him, but it wasn't Danon, it was Whis, your nephew. Upon hearing that, the angel would be surprised, as she did not expect an angel to train a mortal. I see. They have a lot of faith in this Son Goku guy. He must be a very different person from the others. Now I really want to meet him. I hope I can see him today, Miko-san said with a somewhat flirty tone. While the angel continued watching Goku's adventures, Danon Khan had arrived on Earth and found Goku with his family. Dad, a man arrived who looks like Mr. Whis. If I remember correctly, he's the Grand Priest. The right hand of the great Xeno-sama, isn't that right? Gohan would say, who was visiting his mother's house because of his father's return. The Grand Priest is here, Goku would say, leaving the house, since he didn't know why the deity was on Earth, much less in the Saiyan's house. What is it, Grand Priest? Is there anything I can help you with? Goku asked, making a sign of respect. Of course, Son Goku. I need you to come with me, as this is very important. It concerns an enemy who will seek to eradicate all existing universes and dimensions until none remain alive. I need powerful warriors to stop him before he reaches the palace of the Omni Kings. It can't be. Is what you're telling me true, Lord Danon? If so, let's not waste any time. Just let me say goodbye to my family. Danon gave the Saiyan a few minutes to get ready to leave with him. Goku told his wife and children about the situation, and his family fully supported him, as it seemed to be of utmost importance. They knew Goku was one of those warriors who needed to go no matter what. Promise me you'll win, Goku. Do it for all the people in the universes and for us. We're leaving everything in your hands and those of the Omni Kings as well as the High Priest, Chi-Chi said, hugging her husband. I know you'll find them. That guy will kill your father. Give it your all, Goku's sons would say to encourage their father, giving him a hug as well. The family said their goodbyes so Goku could leave with Danon. Upon arriving at the palace, they went to where the king and queen were, and Goku greeted his friends, as they too had wanted to see him for some time. Hey, I suppose you're already somewhat aware of the situation that is about to happen, aren't you? Xeno-sama would say seriously. Of course, Lord Xeno.
The High Priest told me a little about the situation, and it seems we are on another complicated mission. As he said this, Goku noticed the presence of someone else in the place, asking about that presence. Awesome! Despite being immortal, you were able to sense my presence, Son Goku. That means everything they told me about you isn't just a story. Mikosen would say, standing in front of Goku. Who are you? And why do I feel a great pressure in the place? Perhaps it's because of his great power. Also, how does he know who I am? The Saiyan would say, surprised. I am Daishin Khan's sister, an old friend of the kings of all, but we'll leave that for another day. My name is Mikosen. It's a pleasure to meet you, Thero Goku. Well, Goku, I think you're already aware of the things that are about to happen throughout the universe, aren't you? Zeno-sama would say in a somewhat serious tone. If we are, Mr. Daishin informed me. At that moment, the Saiyan sensed the ki of a person completely unknown to him, since he had never felt a similar ki before, this being the older sister of the Grand Priest. I see that the rumors about you are true, Saiyan Son Goku. Zeno-sama and my brother have great confidence in you to defeat the subject of my predictions. I've already started looking at your feats, and I see that you have been able to reach the state of the gods. That's impressive for a mere mortal. Who are you, and how do you know my name? Also, why do you look so much like angels? The Saiyan would ask, not knowing the person. I am Daishin Khan's older sister and an old friend of the king of everything. My name is Mikosen. It's a pleasure to meet you, Son Goku, the angel said in a flirty tone. Older sister of the high priest? Wow, I certainly didn't expect that. No wonder they look so alike. It is also a pleasure to meet such a powerful person as yourself, my dear miss. Come on, Son Goku, don't call me that. Just tell me Mikosen. I'm barely in my prime, the white-haired woman would say in a sarcastic tone. Okay, changing the subject to what exactly we're dealing with. Mr. Daishin told me that he was a subject who was going to cause brutal damage throughout the universe. Are we talking about a deity or something like that? The black-haired man would ask. That's right. I was in another dimension and started having dreams where a very powerful being was going to appear in this dimension. I honestly have no idea who it could be or where it will come from. The only thing I'm sure of is that it won't be someone we can defeat easily. That's why I came as soon as possible to warn you so you'd be prepared for the battle. I see. That's why you mentioned we should look for powerful individuals to help us defeat it. Isn't that right, Kid Zen? If I may offer my opinion, I think I have a few in mind. Vegeta, my son Gohan, Piccolo, Jiren, the Saiyans from Universe 6, Hit, among others, are the first ones that come to mind. That's right, Goku. You and Daishin Khan should look for powerful individuals. We have to form a team to end this future threat. We must have the team assembled because we don't know when this chaotic being might appear. Okay, Kid Zen, thank you for trusting me. I promise we'll find the strongest individuals and end this threat. I'm ready to find our friends, Grand Priest, Goku would say, excited for a new adventure. In this way, the Grand Priest and the Saiyan would go first to Universe 6, since it was obvious that Goku's friends were going to join them, leaving everything in the hands of the two of them to form the team. Listen, Samas, why did that guy look so happy knowing that an enemy who could be capable of wiping everyone out shouldn't be a little more worried, or I don't know? He doesn't seem like the same guy who reached Ultra Instinct. Son Goku may be the most unpredictable person in the world. His passion for fighting comes from his Saiyan race. They are lovers of fighting, and the stronger the enemy, the more their blood boils for the fight. It's also a factor in why we trust him. He always finds some way to defeat his enemies. I understand, although that could be a double-edged sword being so confident in a fight. I understand that it's the pride of his race to want to fight against powerful beings, but I don't know if this enemy is the right one. I know this enemy won't be like the others, but as I told you a moment ago, I know Goku and his friends will find a way to defeat him. It's always been that way, and I hope this time is no exception. While Mikosen and Zeno-sama waited for the Saiyan and the Supreme Angel, and Man infiltrated the royal palace undetected, he was surprised to see Daishin Khan's sister, whom he had never seen before. He picked up a strand of hair that had fallen from her head and left carefully so as not to be detected, returning to his universe since he had plans in mind. The man arrived in none other than Universe 11, the universe of the god of destruction Bermude, and was received by the Supreme Kai of that universe. Supreme Kai, Lord Bermude, I bring very good news. I couldn't extract the DNA from the Saiyan son Goku, whom I'm in charge of, but I brought this, said the man, who appeared to be a scientist, showing him the hair he had found collected. What is this, Roy? I think I was very clear when I told you that I wanted whatever it was to be something from that Saiyan. Besides, whose hair is this? Do you think it will be of any use to us? I don't know whose it is, but I overheard that her name was Mikosen, Daishin Khan's older sister, said the scientist, leaving those present, even the angels, stunned, since they hadn't expected to hear that name. What did you say, old man? Are you sure about what you're saying? Did you really hear that name, or are you just joking? If so, this hair will be much better than the Saiyans. We must begin with our plan to take down Beerus and everyone from Universe 7, Bermude said, excited about what his scientist had brought him. You can't, Lord Bermude. The Grand Priest's sister is back again. We haven't heard from her in a long time. Did she come here to take Daishin Khan's place or something? I don't know why else she would be here. We must have a lot of caution with her. You're right, that woman is even more powerful than Daishin Khan, so she's not someone we should be trifled with. But Roy did a great job going to Zeno-sama's palace and bringing this hair. With this, we can create the perfect warrior. Lord Bermude, are you sure about what you're doing? I don't think it's a good idea to attack a fellow god of destruction like Lord Beerus. Besides, he wants to make a weapon out of my Aunt Mikosen's hair.
If she or any of the Zeno-sama or even my father were to find out, there would be a huge uproar in all the universes, and we'd be in the eye of the storm. Because they should find out, Margarita. No one here will say a word, or will they? I don't think you want to betray me after all. You shouldn't meddle in the affairs of the gods, Vermouth would say rudely to his angel. But Lord Vermouth, we're talking about something that could cause damage in all the universes. You should be more aware of all this. Since he's a god of destruction, I couldn't care less what might happen, Margarita. I only know that I have to finish off Beerus, and then who knows, be the new king of everything, don't you think? If you don't agree with this, you can leave my planet because I don't want people like you here with me. But if you dare open your mouth, what I'll say is that you were also involved in all of this, and therefore if I leave, you'll go with me to the other world, Vermouth said as a threat to the poor angel. I never thought he could reach this point of madness. Mr. Vermouth, I am very disappointed in you. I only hope that you reconsider everything you are doing, since all of this could cost you dearly, Margarita said before leaving Universe 11 to go somewhere else. Mr. Vermouth, do you think Margarita will say anything to Zeno-sama or the Supreme Brothers? If so, we will be in serious trouble, and we won't be able to carry out our plan, he said. Supreme Kaio-sama worried. Don't worry, I know she won't say a word, since it's not in her best interest. She's always wanted to live a life like a mortal, and if she decides to speak out, her greatest dream will never come true. That's why I'm so sure she won't say a single word. Well, gentlemen, I propose something much more interesting. Why not, instead of creating a warrior with the DNA of that angel, try adding the DNA of that Saiyan, Son Goku? It sounds very ambitious, but if it succeeds, I'm sure, and I could tell you, that this individual will be as powerful as Dainan. No god of destruction will be able to defeat him, not even Beerus. Don't talk nonsense. How do you think we could do something as dangerous as that? The DNA you brought from Mikosen is more than enough, the Cayuse would say, dismissing the scientist's idea, since it was something that might not work and was also quite risky. Wait a minute, Caio Roy isn't talking nonsense. Imagine the possibilities we would have if we created a subject with the DNA of a supreme angel and that of the most powerful Saiyan with the power of the gods. If it turned out to be compatible, we could dominate the entire universe without anyone being able to defeat us.
Tell me, Roy, what are the chances that this could work? I couldn't tell you exactly, Mr. Bermute, but if my calculations are correct, the possibility of creating a warrior with those characteristics could be around 50% success. It's 50-50. That's more than enough for me. Anything to get rid of Beerus and all the others who have laughed at me. We will show them that messing with Vermouth was the worst mistake of their pathetic lives. But sir, we're talking about a warrior who, if this experiment were to work, not even you could stop. His power would be enormous, the Calius would mention, a little more nervous about the God of Destruction's decision. Don't be afraid, Kaio. Everything will turn out perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about anything. We're talking about Roy, the greatest scientist in all the universes. So, Roy follows Goku and brings back a sample of his blood to begin preparations as soon as possible. Vermouth would say that the scientist would go with Goku, knowing where he was going, since he had heard that they were going to Universe 6, leaving at full speed. Meanwhile, Goku and Dainan Pan had arrived in Universe 6, searching for the Ayin sisters and Kayabe Hit, as they were among the strongest people in Universe 6. Hey guys, I see you've kept up with your training. Tell me, how have you been? The black-haired man said with his typical smile. Mr. Goku, it's great to see you again. What brings you here? The boy exclaimed, excited to see the Saiyan. Goku, what the heck are you doing here? Can't you see I'm trying to train to defeat you? I remind you that the next time we face off, I will be the winner, Caulifla said, equally excited to see her master. Then we'll have our fight, Caulifla. For now, I've come to recruit you, as we'll be under a great threat. It hasn't appeared yet, but we're sure it will be very soon. And I thought that with their skills, we could face that enemy. For now, all I can tell you is that it will be an extraordinary enemy, with powers never seen before. An enemy so powerful that even Mr. Goku came looking for us. To come after us, it must be a being that even he cannot defeat, Clave thought to himself, seeing the Saiyan's face, which was filled with worry. If it's such a powerful enemy, I'm in. That way it will serve as training to defeat you later, Goku. But wait a moment. How do you know it will be so powerful? If it hasn't even appeared yet, you're definitely not wrong. When we get the team together, we'll tell you all the details. For now, come with us to look for the other boys. Thus, the three Saiyans would join Goku and the Grand Priest to go after the other warriors. Okay, let's continue looking for the other boys. This adventure has me intrigued. I'm eager to find out who this powerful individual is. I can't wait any longer. After Goku and the Grand Priest arrived for the Saiyans from Universe 6, they would go after Hit, since he was the other person they wanted to recruit to form the team to defeat the enemy that was about to appear. Hey Goku, seriously, that guy is powerful enough to gather so many people? That's pretty impressive, Caulifla would say, sounding a little doubtful. Well, Caulifla, that's what Mikosini and Mr. Dainan told me. I don't think they would play around with something as delicate as this, do you? That's right, Miss Caulifla. Let's just say my sister has the gift of sensing bad things that will happen in the future, and her predictions almost never fail. And it's better to be prepared than to let the news pass you by. We must form a very strong team in case that individual surpasses the powers of an ordinary being. Not only is Mr. Goku a little nervous, but the Grand Priest also has that same worried expression when talking about that guy. It seems that what they're saying is no joke. An extremely powerful enemy is coming, the young Saiyan thought to himself. After a few minutes of traveling in Universe 6, they arrived at the planet where Hit usually was, having just finished one of his bounty jobs, seeing Goku and the others in distance. Hey Hit, how have you been? I'd like to talk to you for a moment, Goku said with a smile, pleased to see the purple-skinned Saiyan again. What's up, Son Goku?
If you've come to ask me to fight, I think you've come at a bad time. By the way, what are those three brats here? And the Grand Priest? Are they after my head? No, not at all, Hit. It's just that we're recruiting strong individuals, because a great threat is about to occur, and I thought your skills would be a great help. You'll come with us, right?
I'm sorry, Son Goku, but as I said a moment ago, you've come at a bad time, since I heard that my planet is in great danger and suffering from a massive depletion of resources, and I need to go and help them. No, I can leave them alone. But Hit, we're talking about a multiversal threat looming. I'm not joking when I say the life of every universe is at risk, the High Priest said, a little agitated. I know that a threat like this is much more important than saving a mere planet. He won, but I abandoned my people for too long, and I don't want to do it again. But I will do everything I can to get rid of those evildoers, and I will go as fast as I can. They will be easy to find as long as they unleash their powers. Okay, Hit, I know how important the planet is where you grew up and lived a large part of your life. I'd do the same for Earth. So take out those guys and catch up with us, Hit. We'll need you in the fight. The Saiyan and the assassin shook hands. Later, the low-class warrior and the others would head to their next destination, which was Universe 11, to recruit the last members Goku had in mind. Upon arrival, Jiren and Toppo would be waiting for them, as they had sensed the Saiyan's ki approaching them. Goku would move a few steps ahead of the others, standing a few meters away from the warriors of justice, the Saiyan and the Martian staring intently at each other, creating a great tension in the place. Then, in a swift movement, Jiren would launch an eye punch, managing to hit Goku in the face, causing a small wound with a little blood coming out. You're awesome, Jiren. I see you've increased your speed quite a bit, and your ki hit is even faster now than last time. I can feel that you've increased your powers quite a bit, the Saiyan said, excitedly. Tell me, Son Goku, what are you doing in this universe? I didn't imagine you would come, much less accompanied by the Grand Priest, Jiren said, bowing respectfully, as did Toppo. What is it that this humble planet offers you, Mr. Daishinkan? They are Goku. Is this another power struggle? Toppo would ask. Not at all, gentlemen. To be honest, we need you to form a team to defeat an enemy that will be threatening the universes, and we want you to be part of that team. An enemy that threatens all universes? Now that's bad news. But who is it? The Gray One would ask, since he didn't understand anything. Just come with us, guys. At the Senchan's palace, we will explain everything in detail. Jiren and Toppo would accept, since in a way they wanted to repay the favor to Universe 7 for having brought the other universes, knowing that Goku, despite being somewhat spiteful subject, was someone with a good heart. When the warriors left, Scientist Roy approached, looking at a blood sample of Goku that was taken right when Jiren hit him with the ki blast, carefully lifting the sample so that it would not lose any more of its properties and would be in the best possible condition. Once obtained, she would leave immediately with Bermut and the Kaioshin. Mr. Bermut, Mr. Kaio, I've done it. I got the blood test of that Saiyan Son Goku. I was very lucky that it was in this universe and I didn't waste much time, but here is what Mr. Bermud asked me to do, taking the blood sample and showing it to the Destroyer God. Perfect, Roy. I knew I could trust you. After all, you've always gotten what I've asked for, haven't you? Although from what you said, that hateful Saiyan was in my universe. Or I misunderstood. Not at all, sir. That fool, the Grand Priest, and some other boys were here. I didn't hear the conversation, but Jiren and Toppo left with them. I couldn't tell you where they went or why. Jiren and Toppo left with that insect? Well, they're probably going to fight or something like that. We already know that Saiyan only thinks about fighting, and I have no doubt that he challenged my boys. But that's not the important thing, guys. They already know what they have to do. Roy will begin our creation as soon as possible. We have universes to conquer, Bermud would say with a mad grin. Without wasting any more time, the scientist would head to his laboratory to create the never-before-seen weapon, a hybrid warrior from two completely different races, a supernatural being. Tane Kan had arrived with the others at the palace of the Omni Kings. Everyone would go inside except Goku, since he was going to Earth to get his friends, waiting for the Saiyan to discuss the matter that had brought them all together.
The Saiyan had arrived on Earth using instant transmission, telling his friends they had to come with him, quickly explaining the situation and then using the Saiyan technique to depart. Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, Piccolo, and Krillin had been the warriors chosen by Universe 7, and they were the ones who accepted since the others didn't feel truly ready to face such a complex situation. "We're sorry, Senchan, Grand Priest, but we can begin the discussion now. I think it's necessary that everyone present should know what we are about to face." Once everyone was gathered, Angel Mikosine introduced herself as Daishin Kan's older sister, surprising them since no one knew of her existence. She and the other 3 women explained their background, the current situation, and how catastrophic it could become in a short amount of time. "It seems we are in an extremely complicated situation. Although we should thank you, Miss Mikosine. If you didn't have the ability to foresee future events, we would have been caught off guard, and who knows how things would have turned out. Even knowing what is about to happen doesn't guarantee victory," the half-breed mentioned. "That's right. That's why the Omnikins, my brother, Son Goku, and I decided to form a team with various skills to defeat this threat. Furthermore, I will give you special training to make you even better prepared, putting everyone in a special room so they could learn strategies together, except for Son Goku. He would be the only one of the warriors who wouldn't go in with the others. I will have something better for you, Son Goku," Mikosine would say, taking Goku's hand and leading him to one of the sacred rooms of the royal palace. "While the other boys train and strategize, I'll give you special training." Standing face to face, placing my hands on the Saiyan's shoulders, he felt my energy flowing towards him. "What are you doing, my little one? Because I feel that—" The Saiyan remained silent since he would feel an enormous pressure throughout his body. He would feel the great power of the angel being transferred to him, leaving the black-haired man in almost a state of shock, since the divine key that the white-haired woman possessed was extraordinary.
Passing a few minutes until the small ritual would end. "My darling, are you sure about what you did? Do you think that by passing on your powers to me, I and the others will be able to defeat that guy who will appear?" the Scion would ask, doubtfully. "I can't tell you anything more than I think they'll do very well, Goku. When I first saw you, I thought you were someone who wouldn't stand a chance. But since the kings of all loved me, I learned about your exploits in the Tournament of Power. And then, seeing all your adventures myself, I realized that you are the one to carry the divine power. I trust you," the angel would mention, blushing slightly. "Thank you so much for giving me your powers, my little one. With the powers of an angel, I believe I can confront that subject. I promise you that we will defeat him no matter what it takes." Miasen would only show the Scion a big smile of hope, although something strange was hidden in his gaze, as if he hadn't told Goku the truth, letting the Scion enjoy the moment. On the other hand, Royals, a scientist along with Vermit and the Kaio of Universe 11, were impatient to see what kind of warrior would result from the fusion of the Scion Son Goku's DNA and the divine angel Mikosen. Without a doubt, it would be someone powerful. "How long until that warrior Roy is born? I don't want to wait any longer. I want to defeat those wretches already," the Destroyer God would say, beginning to despair. "We're at the final step, sir. I just need a little help from the Supreme Kai, since as he's in charge of giving life in the universe, we'll need his abilities." With no other option, the Carabin approached the experiment, using his powers to create the perfect warrior, causing a huge explosion that briefly blinded those present. Through the smoke, a figure would begin to emerge, a subject with features similar to Goku, but with a power that would leave Verm and Kaio perplexed. "So this is the warrior who will help us eliminate all the gods and anyone who gets in my way?" Vermit said, happily seeing that the whole experiment was a success. Royals would be happy to see that all his work was successful, but his happiness would not last long, as the subject, with great speed, would cut him in half, ending the scientist's life. "How fast it is! I wasn't even able to see his movements. There's no doubt he's a monster," the Caius would say in his thoughts. "Wow, buddy, I see you did me a favor.
I was also thinking of getting rid of that old man after you were born. Tell me, are you aware of everything that's going on here, or do you need some help? My name will be Psycho. I was born specifically to eliminate Beerus and the other gods of destruction, as well as anyone who wants to stand in our way, including my father, Son Goku. There's no doubt that he is a true monster. I don't know what will happen to the universes. I don't even know what will happen to me, the Caius was saying, frightened by the new warrior's abilities. My name is Psycho, and I will be in charge of eliminating Beerus and all those who try to interfere with Lord Vermit's plans, including my father, Son Goku, the Scion's fake son would say. That's the attitude I was expecting from you, kid. The truth is that for now, I want to get rid of Beerus, since he was the one who mocked us in the Tournament of Power, and I can't forgive him for that. How about you show us your powers and finish him off once and for all? Where can I find that person? We need to finish this job as soon as possible. I really want to fight my father, Psycho said, seemingly ignoring the god of destruction of Universe 11. Wait a moment. First, we must eliminate Beerus, because without him, Universe 7 will be unbalanced, and it will be easier to defeat Son Goku. Psycho turned to look at Vermit, who, despite being the creator of Universe 11 and being half god and half Scion, was gradually gaining consciousness. He noticed that Vermit was trying to use him as a puppet, and he realized this to his Inko, but said nothing and continued playing along with the clown god. I apologize for not hearing you completely, Lord Vermit. It's just that my instinct for fighting made me want to go and fight my father, Psycho said, kneeling before the god of destruction to make him believe he was following orders. It's good that you know who's really in charge, kid. You just have to do what I say to finish off our enemies, and then you can fight the Scion Goku, okay? But you have to do everything I tell you. I understand, Mr. Vermit. Tell me, where is Beerus so I can take him down? Or what will be the first mission? I would ask about the hybrid. Hey, Kaio, is it possible for you to take us to Universe 7? I want to pay a little visit to my great colleague, Beerus. I think he'll be surprised to see my new warrior from Universe 11. I doubt he can do anything to Psycho, Vermit said, a wide grin spreading across his face. Of course I can take us, sir. But before Kaio could finish speaking, he realized Vermit was not going to change his mind and was determined to eliminate all the gods of destruction. Excuse me, Kaio, don't you want to come with us? Or did I misunderstand? The clown god asked the Supreme Kai in an intimidating tone, leaving him no option but for the three of them to go to the universe. When they arrived at Beerus's planet, they didn't sense his presence, nor that of Whis. Assuming they had gone somewhere else, they decided to wait a few minutes to see if they would return quickly. I can't wait to see that disgusting cat's face. He and all of them will pay for not respecting me as the god I am. I will be the god of all the universes. Ha 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 ha. Meanwhile, Goku was very excited about his new powers acquired thanks to Mikosen, since according to the Scion, the angel had transferred her powers to him, but the girl was hiding something, not wanting it to be revealed. Beerus and Whis had gone to the royal palace, since the god of destruction wanted to discuss some things with the Grand Priest, since he was going to show him what he had done in the recent weeks and see that he was truly changing to become a better god. What they didn't know was that they would find Goku and other warriors there with the Omni Kings. Hey, Whis, do you think they'll still want me as a god of destruction with this information? Since the Tournament of Power, I've been a bit more organized to avoid problems and those reprimands, Beerus said, a bit nervous since he didn't know if Grand Kai would accept those statistics. Don't worry, Lord Whis, I've also been helping you to have a better balance in the universe. We're in a good place. To tell you the truth, you and the Supreme Kai have been working together quite well. That's what they should be doing constantly, since it's their job.
Relax. Everything will be all right, the angel said to calm Beerus. After a long journey, the deities arrived at the palace, but they found it strange to not have been greeted by the Grand Priest, since he always came out to welcome anyone who arrived. It was odd for the two of them, who looked at each other. How strange. My father hasn't come out, and neither are the royal guards. Could they have gone somewhere?
But even if my father and the Omni Kings aren't here, the guards must be vigilant at all times. At that moment, the guards rushed out, still recovering from the knockout the angel had left them unconscious. We're sorry we weren't here, but the Grand Priest and the Omni Kings are in a very important meeting, the guards said, blocking their path. It's all right. We've come here to see the Omni Kings. We've come to bring you the progress Lord Beerus has made in his work as a god destroyer. We're sorry, Angel Whis, but as we just told you, the lords are in the middle of an important conversation and cannot enter. At that moment, the doors of the royal palace opened, and Daikan, who had sensed the presence of the god and the angel, ushered them in, since they too needed to know what was happening. When they arrived to the room, they saw that several of their acquaintances were there, as well as other warriors from different universes. But even greater was the surprise of seeing my friend Beerus. He was nervous being among the two Amas, the Grand Priest and his sister, the Supreme Divine Angel. Whis, did you know that the Grand Priest's sister was going to be here? Beerus asked in a low voice, nervously. Not at all, Lord Beerus. It's a great surprise for me as well. I hadn't seen my aunt for many years. It's a pleasure to see you again, Whis would say, bowing respectfully to his favorite aunt. Hello, Whis. How have you grown in recent centuries? I hope you're doing well, kid. I'll give you some context quickly, as they arrived just as we were planning some things. Thus, Mikosen and Daikan would quickly tell Bilwis the things, who upon hearing this would not be able to believe it. We need to find that person. If it gets out of control, all universes will be in danger. Mikosen-sama's predictions have never failed, Beerus would say nervously. Don't worry, Beerus. It's just a matter of waiting for that guy to show up. That's why we've gathered all these warriors to fight against him. We are confident that with all of them, we will be able to defeat him. Let us remember that we as deities cannot interfere in any conflict of the universes. Of course, as long as it's not a deity. Imagine that sooner or later such a threat could happen, and that's why I also trained Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. These boys have great potential to be Saiyans. I hope that's enough. Even if he is an extremely strong individual, and it was my aunt who came to warn us, the battle will not be easy at all, the angel would be thinking. The chosen warriors already had a little plan in mind, as they were taking a short break after a tough training session together. They took advantage of every moment, and in the room they were in, time worked differently than on Earth. Hey, Dad, what kind of training did you have with Miss Mikosen? I didn't see you in the room with all of us, so I guess you went with her, didn't you? The half-breed would ask. That's right, Gohan, I was with her. And so the truth of the training was, but the Saiyan could not finish, as the Divine Angel interrupted. For now, it's best if we don't say anything about what we did, Goku. I think it'll be a much better idea to have that ace up our sleeve, the white-haired woman said with a slight smile. By the way, Goku, why didn't you warn us that all this was happening? We could have been in danger and not even knew it, Beerus said angrily to the Saiyan for not saying anything. I'm sorry, Mr. Whis, but the truth is that everything happened very quickly and I didn't have time to go and look for you. I was accompanied by Mr. Daikan as we were gathering all the boys. Suddenly, the angel Margarita appeared before everyone, finding it strange as she appeared alone without the company of her destroyer god, and her face showed an enormous fear. What's wrong, my little one? Why have you come here? And besides, without Vermouth, isn't he doing his job well as God? Daikan would ask her daughter. I don't know if I should say this, but I don't care if Mr. Vermouth wants to get rid of me. I can't let anyone get hurt by the abhorrent plan he wants to carry out. But Mr. Vermouth is about to create a being as powerful as the angels, and it won't be long before he arrives, leaving everyone silent as they watched Margarita being pierced by a sphere of energy and falling to the hard ground, seriously injured. Margarita! Whis would shout, rushing to his sister's aid. Everyone would turn towards the door to see who was responsible for this, and it turned out to be the clown god of Universe 11, accompanied by a subject they had never seen before.
Damn it, how dare you hurt the angel and even cowardly attack her from behind while she was telling us something important. Now I understand why she arrived so nervous talking to us about you. My little darling wouldn't waste any time and would use some of his powers to get Margarita out of danger, leaving her unconscious since Vermouth had launched a powerful technique at her. Fortunately, Mikosen knew medical methods. No, it can't be. That guy who's with that wretched Vermouth. The white-haired girl stood up, beginning to tremble for no apparent reason, not being able to speak at all. Who is that guy, Mikosen? Do you know him? He's a warrior from another dimension, Daikan would ask without knowing the existence of that subject. That person is the one I'm predicting. Finally, the person who is on par with the angels has appeared, and who will be the destroyer of the universes. The divine angel spoke, leaving everyone surprised, taking a fighting stance, as the subject of the prediction had finally appeared before them. It's true, I forgot that my annoying little kitchen lady is capable of predicting future threats, but that doesn't matter, since my plan was a complete success. I present you Psycho, my most powerful warrior. Guys, remember that our mission is to defeat that enemy no matter what, so use everything you have, the Saiyan said, getting into a fighting stance in front of the enemy. I will wipe out all of you insects, especially you, Father. I will prove to you that I'm the strongest Saiyan in all the universes. All right, Psycho, let's begin with our plan to eradicate everyone and become the kings of this damned multiverse. Finish them all off. Once Mikosen had gotten Margarita out of danger, Margarita would be in shock as the subject of her predictions had finally appeared, not even being able to speak, as his ki was terrifying. What's wrong, my little one? Is that the guy you were warning us about? Goku asked, seeing the divine angel's frightened face. Well, look at you all. It seems you were having a good time.
Although, I'm glad you're all gathered here, since I was planning to finish off every single one of you anyway, Vermouth said with an evil grin.
What do you think you're doing, Vermouth? How dare you hurt your angel, the person in charge of you? Above all, what on earth are you doing with that guy? Explain everything at once, Dynan would reply, quite annoyed. That it wasn't clear to them? I will wipe you all out, and there will be no one to stop us. I present to you Psycho. He is my new most powerful warrior, since Jiren and Topo have been forgotten. Those are pathetic insects. I can't believe what you're saying and doing, Mr. Vermouth. We thought he was a considerable god with his warriors and allies, but now we see his true face. What a disappointment. Do you think I care at all what people think of my mole? Did you really think you could take my place someday? Please, don't be such an idiot. If anyone could take my place, it would be this guy. His power is unmatched by anyone in this place. I can't believe it. That subject's ki is unlike any I have ever felt before. It's as if I'm outside of that dimension. What's going on with this Psycho guy? Whis would be saying this while standing next to his sister Margarita. Hey, you idiot clown, because that guy looks so much like Kakarot. She has the same clothes, just in a different color. I don't know why you brag so much about that brat, if it's nothing more than an insect. So, we have a funny guy in this room. You will be one of the first to be eliminated by Psycho. It's a shame that you can't even see the potential of the most powerful warrior, Vermouth responds. What silly ideas have you told that boy to make him side with you and want to destroy us all in the universes? Goku would say in a serious tone, waiting for a response from the clown god. I'll tell you what I have in mind, because after all, they end up in the other world. Let's say this guy is your son. Upon hearing that, Goku and the others present were surprised, as they did not expect that this individual to be the son of the Saiyan.
Don't talk nonsense. How could my son be that kind of guy? I don't even know him. He's not your son directly, but he has your blood. We were following you until you left a sample of your blood. Furthermore, we managed to obtain the blood of the odious Mycosine. It was a long process to see if their blood would be compatible, but as you can see, the result was a resounding success. So admire the divine Saiyan. Now I understand why Psyche isn't normal like other warriors. I never imagined that someone could make a warrior with the blood of a mortal race and with that of a deity. I think this will be a real challenge, he would say again in his thoughts. Since we're dealing with someone who has the blood of two very powerful warriors, we can't be overconfident, much less fight alone, Gohan would say. But to the surprise of him and the other warriors, Vegeta had come out at full speed in his base form to measure the enemy's strength to see if what Vermouth had said was true, throwing quick blows, which Ico would block with ease. His reflexes are good, and he had no trouble blocking my blows, which makes me realize he's not weak. He transforms into a Super Saiyan, followed by a flurry of punches, which he dodges, and then with a swift movement, he delivers a powerful punch to Vegeta, grabbing him by the arm and throwing him out of the palace. "Lord Vegeta!" Gohan would shout, looking at Psycho and getting into a fighting stance. "Don't be silly. You were brought together to fight together against that fearsome being, not to be defeated one by one," the divine angel said fearfully. "Don't worry, we'll take care of that guy. I know it won't be easy, but we'll see how to defeat him." The Saiyan would respond to join the fight, but would be stopped by Mycosine, who would have grabbed his arm. "Wait a minute, Son Goku. You still can't fight him because your training isn't over. We need to wait a few minutes for your body to adjust to your new powers. Let the boys do everything in their power and endure as much as possible." "That? But I can't let my friends fight that monster. If he has our blood, it means he is as powerful as angels or even more. Even though the boys have trained in that room, I don't think they're at that high a level. Even I am not sure I can beat the boys now," Goku would say helplessly. "I know you're angry, but it's what you have to do if you really want to help them. If you don't wait the necessary time, you won't have 100% of your powers," giving the Saiyan a hug to calm the black-haired boy. "Okay, my little one, only because you asked me to. I just hope you're right and it's not too late. Guys, do your best. I just have to wait a few minutes to be able to help them, encouraging their friends. Damn it, that guy hit me so fast I didn't even see him move." The Saiyan Prince stood up and approached the warriors. "What will we have to wait for, Kakarot? Don't be naive. I don't think you can fight in the fight because we'll finish that guy off before you can do anything. Just stay and watch with the angel," Vegeta said with a confident smile as he transformed into Super Saiyan Blue. Meanwhile, Tohan, the girls from Universe 6, Krillin, Jiren, and Toppo would unleash their power to finish off the half-god, half-Saiyan. Mirin and Toppo would begin with the plan they had among the chosen warriors, launching bursts of ki to create a smoke screen in the place. Cauliflower and Kale quickly positioned themselves behind Psycho to charge an energy sphere together. Gohan would charge a powerful Kamehameha, placing himself above everyone. And finally, Vegeta would step through the smoke screen to extend his hands and create a final powerful flash. The attack of both of them would create a huge explosion throughout the place that even Mycosine would be surprised by the power and tactics they had used. "This is all you can do? Don't be idiots." You would mention to Ico that with her ki she would disperse all the smoke caused by the boys' techniques. However, 2 discs coming from Krillin were approaching at full speed behind Psycho, but he stopped them with his ki, making them disappear. It just can't be. I was sure I would be able to cut it. They were the most powerful Kiensai I had ever made, Krillin said, unable to believe that his skill had been useless. Guys, be careful, Goku would say, as he sensed that Psycho possessed an extremely monstrous power that she had not yet unleashed. I'm not interested in fighting with any of you worms. I just want to fight Goku, Ico would say. Psycho, do what I asked you to do before doing anything else. We must defeat Beerus. Once you do that, you can do whatever you want. Did you understand me?
After all, you're just an experiment I started, so just listen to me. Shut up, worm. You're nobody to give me orders, so if you don't want me to finish you off, you'd better stop treating me like your disgusting clown servant. That? What did you say, you piece of... If you don't want me to finish you off, you'd better apologize to me on your knees. Damned experiment. Fed up with Vermouth's treatment, the hybrid used his speed to deliver a flurry of blows, severely injuring the destruction god and leaving him on the ground. If you wanted to get rid of Beerus so badly, you should have done it yourself, Vermouth. I am not one of your servants to listen to you. We'll see each other on the darker side of life, never again. Throwing an energy sphere at him, ending the suffering of the destroyer god, leaving everyone present stunned. He finished off the clown god without any problems and made it look very simple. I can't believe she has more power than a god of destruction, Caulifla said, surprised by Psycho's abilities. That can't be, Mr. Vermouth. Although Mr. Vermouth succumbed to madness, I believe he did not deserve to be eliminated in such a cruel manner, Topa would say, clenching his fists. That god knew that sooner or later someone would finish him off. I never liked him, but he wasn't able to block a single punch from that Psycho guy. We shouldn't be so overconfident, the Saiyan Prince thought to himself. Guys, I honestly don't know if we can do anything to that guy. Unleashed our most powerful techniques on him, and we were unable to make him move a single centimeter. What else can we do about that person? Don't think like that, Krillin. Remember that they trust us. We cannot give up. If my father received training from Miss Miko Sin, we must wait for my father to reach the ultimate divine power. It's just a matter of waiting, Gohan said seriously as he thought about how to endure the necessary time. It seems that if I don't get rid of these insects, I won't be able to fight my father, Goku, right? I guess I'll have to remove them from the game so they don't get in the way. Don't make me laugh, you scoundrel. Do you think you can defeat the Saiyan Prince? Although you may have the blood of the honorable warrior race, you are nothing more than a mere invention. Vegeta launched himself at Psycho, throwing several punches at the enemy who easily stopped them. Warrior race? That excites me quite a lot. Then I'll finish you off first, so everyone can see that even princes fall at the hands of the great Psycho. Giving him a strong punch in the stomach, leaving the Saiyan breathless, grabbing his face, and then giving him a big punch to the face, leaving him on the ground. Mr. Vegeta, Gohan shouted, rushing over, followed by Krillin so as not to leave him alone. Psycho, with her speed, would stand in front of them, leaving them in shock as she would expel some of her power, creating a barrier between them. Don't get impatient, guys. Anyway, I'll finish off every single one of them. I don't care who I have to face, as long as I fight against my father. Prepare to depart for the other world. Damn, that guy wasn't kidding when he said he has the blood of the angel in Kakarot. For a moment I could sense Kakarot's ki, Vegeta said, getting up after Psycho's blows, with Gohan and Krillin beside the prince. Vegeta, you'd better not go alone. That guy will finish you off if you keep doing those things, the half-breed said, helping to lift the prince. Don't tell me that. He's a child. I know perfectly well that that guy has great power, but he hasn't yet faced my full powers, the Saiyan said, wiping away some blood. Caulifla, Kale, Jiren, Topo, Krillin, Tohan, Broly, and Vegeta would surround Psycho, ready to start the second round of the fight. Because they don't give up, worms. Even if they all fight together, they won't be able to scratch me.
Understand that the only one I want to fight is Son Goku. That guy will wipe them all out if they don't stop quickly, Beerus said seriously, to which Goku turned around at the words of the Destroyer God. If Bermuth created that being to destroy me and all the other gods, it must be something very serious. Bermuth never did things just for the sake of doing them. He always planned all his moves perfectly. Even I couldn't finish off that guy, even using all my power. Are you sure about what you're saying, Mr. Beerus? So we must fight against him. While I finish the process of acquiring my new powers, you can help Gohan and the others. Sorry, Goku, but you know that we gods cannot interfere in the affairs of mortals. And even though this Psycho was created by a god and has the blood of an angel, in the end, he's an experiment. There's not much I can do. Mr. Beerus. Goku would turn around to look at his friends and the enemy, since the Saiyan knew that they had to hold out a little while until he was ready. Guys, right now our priority is to buy time for my father to increase his powers, so use everything you've got. Giving a scream, the Saiyan releasing all his powers. Everyone else would also let out a loud scream, releasing great power, causing the temple itself to feel a great pressure. Dainan would quickly put up a shield for the others who were watching the fight. I don't know why we're wasting time here. I'm just going to make it disappear and that's it, Zeno-sama would say, preparing to eliminate Psycho. Wait a moment, Zeno-sane. Don't kill him because I want to fight him. I want to prove that my effort has been in vain. I don't care if it costs me my life, as long as I can fight Psycho. Goku said this, stopping Zeno-sama, who understood the Saiyan's fighting spirit. All right, Goku, but promise you'll win. No matter what happens, I won't interfere in the fight against that guy. We trust you. Why didn't you let Zeno-sama handle all this? If you hadn't said anything, we would have been relieved of this burden, Miko-sen said, slapping the black-haired man. I know it's not important to you because you're not a warrior like our race, but I can't let someone be killed without me having given my all. I don't care if I don't win the fight, but the pride of my race won't allow me to win, not without giving everything I had. I'd rather die in a fight than anything else, Goku shouted at Mikos. She would be surprised, as she would understand Goku's point of view. While the Saiyan continued waiting for the right moment to fight, Gohan and the others were fighting together to defeat Psycho, but the latter seemed to be making no effort at all, making the boys look like weak characters, which angered the boys since they were giving it everything they had, and he was just laughing at them. This fool is just laughing at us. It can't be that even fighting together we can't land a single blow, Cauliflower was saying, already beginning to feel the fatigue.
Seeing this, Broly didn't want to transform into a Super Saiyan, as he wasn't yet sure he could control his power, remaining in his ascended form. We mustn't give up. It'll only be a little while longer before my father comes to fight Psycho. We mustn't lose hope right now, the half-Saiyan was saying, equally exhausted. I'm not in the mood to keep wasting time. I thought they might put up a fight for a moment, but I see that trash will always be trash. Unleashing her power, Psycho far surpassed all the warriors, using her speed to deliver a powerful punch to the girls from Universe 6 and Krillin, knocking them out of the fight. Seeing this, Jiren and Toppo rushed to help their comrades, but they were no match for Psycho, who, with a blow to the stomach, followed by a blow to the back, knocked them out. Broly, for his part, would launch himself, but Psycho's power would be superior, quickly defeating the Saiyan, since Psycho could tell that Broly's power was higher than many of them, and he didn't want any trouble. You only have a few last words before you are defeated by me. When I finish off my father, I will finish off all of you. You won't even realize it when you're in the afterlife, he would say to Aiko with a smile on his face. Gohan, you have to unleash your hidden powers, boy. We all know you're a force to be reckoned with when you unleash all your anger, so now is the time. Lord Piccolo, I'm angry, but I can't unleash those powers. I don't know what I have to do to unleash all my hidden power.
the Saiyan would say, trying to get everything out of himself. At that moment, Psycho, with his speed, would grab Piccolo by the neck, beginning to beat the Namekian. Gohan, seeing this, would launch himself to help his master, but it would be in vain. Psycho would knock the Namekian out of the fight, the half-breed returning to normal. "How dare you do something like that to our friends? You're a bastard," Piccolo would say, trying with all his might to land a blow on Psycho, who wouldn't even flinch and block it. "Thanks for the massage. It's just what I needed after all the headaches his horrible presence was giving me," placing his hand on Piccolo's stomach to create an energy sphere, sending him flying through the palace. "Damn it, that scoundrel wiped everyone out in the blink of an eye," Vegeta would think to himself, seeing that all the chosen ones had already been defeated, him being the only warrior left standing. "Kakarot, don't waste any time and fight this guy. If you don't, he'll not only destroy us, but all the universes as well," he shouted at Vegeta and Goku, but he lowered his guard, being grabbed by the neck by the prince, who began to suffocate the half-god and half-Saiyan. The pure-blooded Saiyan would try to break free, but Psycho's grip and strength would not allow it, returning him to his base state as he gradually ran out of air and entered into despair. "Damn it, Kakarot, fight as soon as possible," Vegeta was saying with difficulty as he closed his eyes. "Damn it, I can't watch this anymore," Goku shouted, bursting out at full speed and striking Psycho, freeing Vegeta. With his last words before collapsing, Vegeta urged Goku to defeat this guy, to save the universe, or rather to save the entire multiverse. "I promise you I'll finish this guy off no matter what it takes," Goku said, accessing complete Ultra Instinct. The Saiyan raised on Earth couldn't afford to toy with his opponent after seeing him defeat his friends so easily. "But Goku, wait a minute. You're not ready to fight with your increased power yet. It still needs time. If you fight like that, you won't be able to beat that monster," Mikosen shouted, a little worried. "Don't worry about Mikosen. Goku has always been a warrior who, even in difficult situations, always finds a way to match his opponents. Just wait and see how the Saiyan fights, and you'll see we're not wrong," he replied to his brother, so the angel wouldn't be upset. "Dai, you don't understand what Goku just did, or rather what I did to him by turning to look at the angel Dainan and the kings of all Sama, since he wouldn't know why he said those words." On the other hand, Goku would be calmly waiting for Psycho to recover from the blow he gave him, taking his friends to where the Grand Priest and the kings of all Sama were so they wouldn't be in danger. "Kakarot, defeat that insect. If you don't, I'll finish you off. Do you understand?" These would be the words of the prince as he fell unconscious. "I didn't expect you to hit me like that, father. But let me tell you that I haven't even used half of my power, and I still defeated all your friends, even that cheap god. You still think you can beat me, father?" "Stop calling me father, because I'm nothing to you. You were simply created with a bit of my blood. You are a threat to all the universes, and that's why I have to finish you off. I don't intend to let you cause chaos. It's true, you're not my father, but you're wrong about the other thing, because if I do intend to wipe everyone out, I've realized that none of the current warriors are worthy of living in this universe. I'll create a world where only powerful beings like me exist. Neither you nor anyone else will be able to defeat me to achieve my goal. So surrender if you don't want to suffer at the hands of the great Psycho." "Don't talk nonsense, Psycho. I will never give up, much less to someone like you. I will finish you off, even if it costs me my life," the Saiyan would say, getting into a fighting stance. "Then I will make you suffer like you've never suffered before. Son Goku, you will regret not accepting my offer to surrender.
I will put you to sleep forever. Are you serious? I want to see how strong Aiko can be. Show me what a copy of a Saiyan and an angel can do. Goku launched himself at full speed at Psycho. Even though I'm not one of the pure race like you, I'll show you that I'm much better than the original. You'll regret making me angry. The subject, born from an experiment, launched himself in the same way. In a second, they would be exchanging blows with great speed, neither giving an inch, attacking and blocking at the same time. Goku's strength and speed are impressive. I can't believe he's immortal. Really, was it possible that a mere mortal could reach the levels of the deities?
Gosen would be saying, watching the fight, Goku for the first time in person. That's why we told you, Goku is extraordinary. To this day, even we don't know where he gets the energy to fight against opponents stronger than him. He's definitely someone to admire. Goku would use instant transmission to get behind the enemy, striking him from behind and sending him flying into a wall of the royal palace, causing the entire structure to collapse. Come on, get up, Psycho. I know those blows weren't enough to defeat you or do any significant damage. I know you possess a power greater than what you're currently displaying, Goku would say seriously, since his opponent wasn't fighting seriously. I knew I couldn't fool you. I can tell you're a very experienced fighter, and your style is quite unique. You're not as reckless as your friends. Besides, it's clear you think about the moves you're making, worthy of a powerful warrior. Psycho would brush the dust off the rubble. Psycho would quickly run towards Goku to hit him, but the Saiyan would stop him with one hand and take the advantage of the moment to kick him, sending him flying into the air. Goku would fly at full speed and begin to hit his opponent. Psycho would be launching a barrage of blows, which the Saiyan would easily dodge with Ultra Instinct. So that's how a Saiyan fights. I honestly had no idea that someone like that could exist in this universe. It looks like I'm watching a deity fight. What's happening? Even if I hit it with all my might, it doesn't seem to cause any kind of damage. Could it be that it has some kind of barrier that reduces the impact? Goku would be thinking to himself, seeing no results with the supposed powers that Goku gave him. I don't have time to be thinking about this nonsense, Goku would shout, launching himself at Psycho again. Goku launching his attack with everything he had, landing every blow on the subject, who wasn't putting up much resistance, dodging one or two, but mostly taking the damage from the Saiyan raised on Earth. My dad is fighting against that guy. We have to go and help him, Gohan would mention, who was regaining his sense of self. Don't worry, Goku's son. Your father is very strong and he might win this fight. I haven't seen someone with those skills fight in a long time, the white-haired girl said, hopefully of Goku. I think you realized what's going on, Gohan. That's not the case, Piccolo would say, who would also recover some of his energy. Goku plans to end this fight as quickly as possible. He only uses that fighting style when he's fighting seriously, and even then he's fighting like a fool. You said it like a fool, but if Goku is fighting phenomenally, he will undoubtedly win against that guy who just wants to cause chaos in all the universes. We have to trust him. You're wrong. Piccolo is right. If Kakarot had the powers he said he would use to help us, he would be doing more right now. Even though he's using Ultra Instinct, I don't see that his power has increased since he fought Jiren in the Tournament of Power, Vegeta remarked, adding that everyone else was already waking up. Damn it, why haven't my powers increased like my friend said? Even with her training and ritual, am I not capable of defeating this monster? The difference in our powers is so vast, Goku thought to himself. I think that's enough of a warm-up. It's time I show you my skills. Goku launched himself at incredible speed toward the Saiyan, who couldn't see his movements and couldn't land a single blow. Now the tables would turn. Goku, who had the advantage at the beginning, now had it in Psycho's hands, who was giving Goku a brutal beating, leaving him helpless to stay in the fight.
The experiment delivered a powerful kick to Goku, then got behind him and hammered him with his hands, sending him crashing to the hard ground. Goku lay on the ground, but the worst part was he lost Ultra Instinct, reverting to normal and alerting everyone, since even in the God state he hadn't been able to face the monster that was Psycho. I can't keep hiding this big lie anymore. Everything that's happening to Goku is my fault. He won't be able to beat Psycho. I thought he could, since he achieved great power on his own, but I think I was a fool. What are you doing? What do you mean, Mikosin? Because you say all this is your fault. Goku supposedly received your training, and you even gave him your powers. That's why he waited so long to fight, isn't it? The Grand Priest replied, a little agitated. I never gave him any of my powers, since his body, not being that of a god, couldn't withstand such a burden. If I had, his body would have exploded on first contact. I made him believe he would obtain the powers of a supreme angel, but it was just a lie. I never imagined Psycho would be so powerful. I'm stupid for not telling you all this before. Now, because of that, Goku and all of us will end up at the hands of that. Did you hear that, Goku? You never had the powers of an angel. It was all just a lie to make you believe you could defeat me. It's a great disappointment that you trusted that woman. But don't worry, I'll send you to sleep and you can think about it better in the afterlife. Psycho stood before Goku and he would grab him by the neck. The Saiyan would do everything possible to break free, but it would be useless. Ultra Instinct would have consumed too much energy. I won't let that scoundrel kill my father. I'll save him even if it costs my life, Gohan would say, transforming into Super Saiyan, preparing to help his father. But then, Psycho would create a key barrier just for Goku and himself. None of the other warriors could enter or destroy that barrier. Gohan, along with the others, Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, Broly, Kiabe, Khalifa, Kale, Jiren, and Toppo would be hitting and throwing energy balls at said barrier, but all attempts would be useless. That almost impenetrable barrier. Goku, almost out of energy, would stop trying to escape, as he was losing consciousness due to lack of air. Psycho would create an energy sphere with his free hand, with which he planned to finish off Goku once and for all, thus ending his father's life. Damn it, I can't let that idiot get away with it. When you remove this barrier, you will regret it. Goodbye forever, Goku, Psycho would say, giving Goku the energy sphere in his stomach, causing a huge explosion inside the barrier, which Psycho would remove at that moment, looking at the other warriors who were around him. How you love to bother us, you damned insects. I've already finished their best warrior. Do you really think you can beat me? They didn't quite understand that I am the strongest Saiyan god of all. Ha ha, I wouldn't say the same. Don't celebrate prematurely. The most powerful Saiyan I know is right here next to me, and his name is Son Goku, Jay would say, who had arrived at the last second and with his time jump technique was able to get in just before Psycho created the barrier.
Just as the subject was about to hit the Saiyan with the energy sphere, he would use his special technique again, saving our warrior. Thanks for saving me, Git. For a moment, I thought they were going to send me to the other world. It's time for us all to fight together and take this guy down. Taking a breath, Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue. They are merely prolonging their pathetic, miserable lives, letting out a loud scream throughout the place, finally unleashing all their power. Psycho, because she had grown tired of seeing the faces of everyone present. I can't believe it, he still had even more power in store. This guy's tough to beat, but now we'll fight alongside Goku. Let's finish him off so we can go and rest. Listen to me, we have to use everything we have to defeat that guy. Don't even think about holding anything back, that's clear, Goku would say to his friends, when out of nowhere Psycho had pierced Goku through the stomach, having found an attack point. The Saiyan would revert to his base form, spitting blood, as the wound was severe, Suki disappearing completely, making it seem as if Goku had been left without vitality. None of Goku's friends saw what happened because Goku's speed was impressive. Unable to help Goku in any way, Psycho would not stop and would finish off the chosen warriors again, leaving none of the boys standing. It was a good idea to get rid of that idiot Son Goku first. The others were already injured, so I wasn't going to waste my energy on that garbage. With Goku out of the way, my grand plan will be almost complete. I just need to finish off those 4 that are left, referring to Miko-Scene, Dainan Khan, and the 2 Xenosama. Gentlemen, I suppose we will have no other option but to fight Psycho, even though it goes against the restrictions of the deities. Wait a minute, brother. I was the one who tricked Goku, and it was my fault that they lost to that monster, and I feel even worse seeing Goku sent to the other world. The least I can do is fight against that guy, do my best no matter what. I would seriously mention Miko-Scene. Kosine would go all out against Psycho, unleashing all his angelic power, but even then he would not be able to do anything to Psycho. He was only dodging the blows from the white-haired girl, starting to get frustrated, because even if he was giving it his all, he couldn't land a single hit. That's enough, woman. Don't you understand that I have your blood and the blood of the Saiyan son Goku? I am far superior to you. No matter what they do, they will never be able to defeat me with their insignificant powers. Grabbing Miko-Scene by the neck, about to end the angel's life, unable to do anything to avenge Goku's death. Suddenly, an enormous power was felt throughout Xenosama's palace, a power so monstrous that it had never been felt before. Lyco would leave Miko-Scene almost fainting, turning to see whose ki it was, it being none other than Goku, who had made a Super Genki Dama with all the energy of the angels of the universes, since he asked Whis to tell them to help him, in addition to the gods of destruction, including Dainan Khan and the 2 Xenosama. That vermin is still alive. He was sure he had hit him right in the heart so that he wouldn't come out with a joke like this. He's a tough subject to eliminate. They are Goku. You're not going to beat me, Psycho. I told you I would beat you no matter what it took, didn't I? Goku would shout, beginning to absorb all the energy of the Spirit Bomb, increasing his powers to levels far superior to any other being in the multiverses, including Xenosama. The Saiyan would be enveloped in a large ball of energy filled with energy, sealing himself and Psycho inside, unable to see what else was happening to the present. Even with this, you won't be able to defeat me, Son Goku. You are nothing more than an insect compared to my powers. I am a subject who has the blood of one of the most powerful angels and your blood. I am the strongest being in infinity. It's a shame that such a powerful individual has to end like this. If you had been born a good guy, everything would have been different. I hope that one day your soul will be reborn as a good guy, and I'll be fighting you to have a good fight, and when we meet, I promise I'll be even more powerful. Goku created a special technique and threw it at Psycho, who even though he tried to shield himself from Goku's power, it was so powerful that it completely disintegrated him, even almost exploding the place where Xenosama and the others were. Goku dispersed that ball of energy to fall to the hard ground. It was a good fight, don't you think, Whis? I was about to get into a fight against that Psycho guy. Luckily, Goku was able to defeat him. Awesome. The power that Goku obtained surpassed what I could never achieve. Without a doubt, he became the multiversal god. Miko-Scene said, happy about the victory over the enemy who was going to cause chaos and destruction. That's right, my little one. As you can see, Goku managed to find a way to defeat his enemy. That is what Goku's fighting spirit means. That is why we trust in our multiversal warrior. I told you I would win even if it cost me my life, Miko-Scene. It was a difficult battle, but in the end, good always wins, said Goku as he was healed by Dainan Khan, so everyone else would also recover their energy with the help of Miko-Scene and Whis. When everyone had recovered, everyone would be happy because Goku defeated Psycho using his full power. Goku and his friends once again proved that no matter how strong the enemy is, you should always have faith and trust in those you love most. And that's how Goku, the multiversal god, was born.
Remember that if you want to see more parts, movies, and theory compilations, this video needs to reach 1,000 likes, lots of comments, and subscribe for more theories. See you in the next video.